So you guys wanted to know how I apply my tinted moisturizer, and I had mentioned in a video that I now use my Sigma F80. I know that you guys aren't going to be able to see that very well just because I'm on my MacBook. But it's just this synthetic brush. You can use like a duo fiber brush, but I just personally don't care for it. I mean, I like the way that, I don't know, this brush gives me like the perfect finish. So I'm going to clip away my bangs because it's in the way. Okay. I do use primer beforehand. My favorite one to use is, well, I also mentioned it in a video before, Lorax Aqua Prime. It's in my makeup bag over there. So I put that all over my face. Tinted moisturizer, depending on your skin type and depending on the way the weather is, it can be bad for your skin as far as, like, you know, oil goes. So if you're an oily person, you can use tinted moisturizer. I just suggest using some type of mattifier like underneath, or a primer that helps, you know, control oil or is oil free. So that's why I like the Lorac one, because it's oil free. And I get really oily in my T-zone, especially in the summertime. So now that the weather's changing a little bit, you know. So this is the one I love using, if you guys can see. It is the Sonia Kashuk. It's the Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. It has SPF 15. But what I love about this is, even though it has SPF, in pictures, it doesn't like give you that weird white cast like that most foundation gives you. So I would either put this on my hand like that, or lately I've just been putting it directly on the brush because it's just really not that serious. So I just literally like kind of do one of those, and then I start stippling, and then I blend it out, and it blends like a dream. I don't know if you guys, there you go. I kind of put it on like as if I was putting on foundation. So, you know, like I stipple it on, I blend it out, and it blends amazing. I love it. It doesn't streak. It doesn't, my bangs are coming down. Whoop. It doesn't streak, and it doesn't like look super oily. And it just blends, like, so it looks extremely natural. So I don't know if you can tell the difference between this one and this side, but to me, this side glows just like a little bit more. Like, it has a little bit more of a luminous glow. That's kind of why I suggest using a tinted moisturizer with a brush, like applying it with a brush, because it just gives you a much better finish. Like I said, you can use your hands, but it just literally applies like a moisturizer if you use your hands. So I suggest doing, you know, the brush method, and then I put it on the other side. Do it again. The coverage is extremely sheer on a tinted moisturizer, so don't think that it's gonna give you, like, you know, the best coverage in the world, because it won't. So if you need a lot of coverage, tinted moisturizer may not be for you. But if you like the finish that it gives, like I do, then what you can probably do is, you know, put on concealer. Put like concealer beforehand, and, like, you know, put it in your problem areas, or wherever, you know, you have redness. You know what I mean? Basically use a concealer to like spot treat everywhere, and then put the tinted moisturizer over it. And voila! I don't know if you can tell the difference, but I can. I went from looking super tired to like fresh faced, and that's what I like, because for me, the way that I like my face to be like almost every day is, I actually don't prefer the whole like super done up look. I actually prefer, you know, the more natural look, and I don't really need too much coverage anyway. So tinted moisturizer is like perfect for me. This is by far one of the best ones I have ever tried. There are other ones out there. I mean, I haven't found one that I really, you know, like that much, except for this one. Before I found this one, I usually make it myself, like with my favorite foundation and a good moisturizer, like an oil-free moisturizer, and just go from there. Now, you do have to set it. I suggest setting it just like you would your foundation, just because, just because, you know, throughout the day it will oxidize. So I suggest setting it just to avoid your face from looking like extremely greasy, because it is an additional moisturizer to your face. And I would suggest, you know, putting moisturizer beforehand hand, and then your primer, and then your tinted moisturizer. So it's layering, but it's not like super thick layer. So make sure you don't layer the shit out of your face, but you know, you just want enough. So I will either set mine with my Bare Minerals matte foundation, and I'm in Golden Tan, and then I will use my Handy Buki with this, or I will use my MAC Studio Fix, and this is in NC42. Hello. This is NC42, and if I use this one, I'll use it with my flat top kabuki. Lately I've been using my Eve Pearl. Ooh, hold on. This is the HD Dual Press Powder in Tan. I usually use, okay, I usually use this side, and sometimes I'll use this side. It depends, like, you know, what look I'm going for, I guess, but I usually use this side. So today I'm going to use my Bare Minerals matte because I'm going to be mostly in the sun all day. I usually just pick any 3, or sometimes I'll use my Makeup Forever Duo matte, but I prefer using that foundation, or that powder foundation with like on top of an actual foundation. So I'm just gonna swirl, tap, and then just buff this in. And I use a very light hand, and I only use 1 layer because I don't want it to ruin like the luminous glow that I just created on my face. So I literally only use like 1 layer, and I just buff it in lightly. Blend it down, and that's it. So it doesn't change it too much, which I like. I mean, if you were to put a second layer of this foundation, then it would make it look a lot more matte, which is what I don't want. I want the glow. Y'all know how I feel about my J-Lo glow. That's it. That's how I apply it. You guys were asking me how. I don't really apply it with my fingers anymore, but if you were to apply it with your fingers, I usually like just, you know, put a little dollop there. I go like this, and I just rub it in like I would my moisturizer. So there's really nothing special to my method if I use my hands, but I definitely prefer using a brush. This and this, straight love. I hope you guys can see the quality and how good it came out. Excuse my hair. I still have to go finish it. It looks crappy right now. But yeah, I gotta go. So I'll talk to you guys later, okay? Bye!